Yo, yo, what's going on, boys, girls, and anywhere in between? Good morning to another POC stream at 5 a.m. Eastern Standard Time on this January. My glasses off, so I can't say the date. 2025. Hopefully, y'all guys are doing okay. Putting on my glasses. For me, as the notification just says, I just woke up. Hopefully, I can get some stuff done today. I'm trying to be productive and more productive and trying to keep up with the streaming schedule that I'm trying to have, or at least the nighttime one. 4 a.m. Eastern Standard Time is the dream time for me to do night streams around these hours, based on yesterday and other streams over the years. I tried it for 3 a.m. It just seems like it's like in the dead hours. So it looked like I could push for 4. And then mostly at 5 o'clock, if I'm lucky to wake up around that time, I could do a full-blown night stream. Trippy the FNAF Queen, what's going on? Hopefully you're doing okay. How are you doing on this lovely morning where I live at? Hopefully everything is alright. Let me see. Yeah, so since I woke up, I expect how I was, sorry, at the Wolfpack stream, where I'm just probably all just mellowed. I'm all chilled out. We had a fun explosive stream yesterday, actually. Shout out to everybody who was there. We combined the 3 chats, being me, Kip, and Rabbit. Let's see. We did some Halo, and then after that, I had the Shrimp over here in the room to play some tabs. So we managed to get a shrimp stream after all, which is pretty good. We'll probably do another one later down on the week. I'll see what I could do. Let me see. Yeah, for me, dude, I don't know what was going on with me today, or at least yesterday. I was so relaxed. I was so tired out of my mind. But I already had a full night's sleep before that, when I done the last morning stream. So it's I slept like a baby, woke up, did Wolfpack, did the stream with Shrimp, went back to sleep, slept the whole way through, and I'm waking up just now. I'm like, damn, how much sleep do I freaking need? So, here I am, ready to do my thing. But okay, I guess how I'm gonna set this up on what are we gonna do today. This time, I'm gonna plan ahead and actually load up my YouTube. I should have done that while I was preparing, but I was mostly, just woke up and I was setting up everything else. Yo, there's a video that I just looked at, or at least I haven't seen it yet. It just popped up on my feed on my main YouTube account. It says, "Why does everyone hate Smash Ultimate now?" I'm about to see what that's about. That's a 10-minute video. No, we're not looking at it now. That'll be on my break time. Let's see. Switch over to my other account. Y'all guys won't see it because it shows emails, and y'all guys don't want to see my emails, right? It's two Turvix giving me cheap viewers on a certain website that I can't name because it's a promotion. That I would gladly whoops, my hand slipped. Oh well. I guess I ain't gonna have those big viewers now. Oh darn it. But okay. I switched to that. Let's go to the watch later stuff. Yeah, that's another thing I wanted to say too that I'm gladly utilizing now. Instead of just having everything on one big docket on the phone, half of it now, or 90% of it now, because we went over so many topics, is nothing but here's what you call it? Here's stuff we're done with this. Here's stuff to talk about. It's nothing but reaction stuff. So I'm just all right, I'm gonna see if I can fully utilize this and put the more data stuff that I want to see into the watch later category. Took me a while to actually fully utilize it, but here I am, better late than never. Because I was more used to just having everything on a list, and I'll just get by it when I get by it. But this is more, it's more efficient. It just old Pio having to get with the times yet again. Alright, so I got my ping tuber set up. I should do a 2025 version. I should switch my clothes again. Alright, we're gonna switch over to here. So I don't really need to do much explanation on what we're gonna do today. I already explained a lot on it yesterday. Basically a whole hour's worth yesterday of what stuff I've been doing yesterday. So if we want to keep it long story short, we're already at 11 minutes. So this is what we're gonna be doing. We're gonna be continuing doing panel 1 for Ash vs Pokemon, the newest comic. And if I get lucky, hopefully panels, wait, why I opened up 2 panel 1s? Oh, panel 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and 7. 8? There's 8 panels? I guess this is an 8 panel comic? I don't know, there's a... I thought this was 7, but I guess this is 8. Okay. Now hold up, right? Well, this is different panels, like unique panels. Hold on. 1, 2, 3. No, yeah. 5, 6, 7. Yeah, for some reason I thought it was 7 panels, but now it's 8 panels. Tomorrow is gonna be 9 panels, and then the hidden 10th one that I haven't seen. And thanks, I'm starting to do this method now where I just draw on paper more, and I can start putting them into the I can just take a picture of them, send them to GIMP, and then I can just draw away. I can just sketch away, or just doodle away. There is the paper mode for this Wacom tablet that I'm hoping to utilize later, or I could just make a whole comic series using the paper mode. But that's gonna take me more practice, and I'm gonna have to find out how to do a proper export of my pictures that are drawn in paper mode. Yeah, drawing on paper is much easier for me. It is for me too, but that's because I've mostly been drawing traditionally since 3rd grade or something like that on a pen as well as that. So it's gonna come to me naturally to like draw all that like super fast. And then another benefit for me drawing on like, you know, paper is that since I'm used to it, compared to like digitally, I could draw a lot more looser. I think is the better term for it. Compared to like drawing it digitally, a lot of like as much expressive I could get with the characters, a lot of it feels stiff. So I'm just like, okay, that's why I like drawing on paper, so I could like draw more like, you know, dynamic shots or expressive shots. And then I could move that over to digital and start drawing it from there. That's how I'm hoping to go, continually drawing the Arcota series. I might have to like restart that over because it's only, I only did like, what, 5 pages or 5 comic pages of that, and it didn't really get that far. So, all right. I guess for what I'm gonna do here is the usual. Since I got no topics to talk about, I'm just gonna start drawing, go as fast as I can, probably, now that I'm more and more getting used to this tablet. There's anything you guys want to talk about? You guys see something that's like, I don't know. There's anything you guys want to say for me to talk about? I'm down with that. And then once I want to take a break, we'll react to, I think I got enough time for 1 video. Yeah, I think I got enough time for 1 video, knowing how long it takes me to react to stuff. And then we continue working on another panel, and then we'll just dip out from here. Because my goal is, for these streams, they're going to go from 4 a.m. to 7 a.m. Because that's the time when my sister comes home. I could push it a little bit to 7:30, but if I push it like any further and my sister is home, I have to keep it like calm, and that's not fun for me. Like, okay. Let's get to it then. What kind of Pokemon are you? How do you do that? I'm no curious. You guys, when I get quiet, do you guys want me to blast up the music or nah? What kind of Pokemon are you? Or is this fine? Cause normally I don't do it because like it's more easier for me. Or I blast it up so you guys can actually hear the song, and then when needed, I could just like, oh, okay, I'll lower it down and all that. But it's like, if it's loud enough, I'm quiet, then it's alright. And only that, if I have like any commentary to say, it would be more easier for me to just say it rather than just like lowering some stuff down. I don't know, just like a random, like it's not a big like important thing. It's just one of those daily life questions that I like to ask. I want to do more like I want to ask more questions like that in the future. I guess you could kind of say it's a Corey approach, because he did that to me a long time ago, like a while back, where we were just like chilling, like playing games, and then he just started asking me like random questions. So I'm just like, oh well, why you want to know? Like, I don't know, I just feel like asking like random shit. So, okay, and it does help out socially, I guess. This is good? Okay, sounds good to me. That way it makes it a lot more easier for me, easier for y'all. And if I get into the zone drawing, the audio is at a reasonable level. Just to make sure. Yeah, oh, this is loud enough. Okay, yeah. Normally, it's low when it's like around here. But if it's like this, it's high enough. Cozy. At least I got a good head start for today on this panel, even though I am kind of like a little behind technically. Hold on. Because that makes me more motivated the next day to finish it. It is a good benefit that I can't be like over imaginative on like imagining how these panels will look like, because when I get to the actual sketches, it's more easier for me to visualize like how they're actually standing or what the pose is supposed to look like. Yeah, I think I got asthma. It sucks. I've been stuck on the inhaler for like the past few days. I think I'd rather take that at least, because I got the inhaler, better than just coughing my lungs out like the past few days. I know I do gotta hook up the YouTube stuff. That said a while back that he'll show me how to do it, or just use the program for it. It is that I want to build up my YouTube first with shorts. And then once I get like at least a certain amount of like subscribers, then I could take my hand up on streaming. I don't want to divide my audience too much with like, you know, the shorts only watchers, the video only watchers, or at least and then the stream only, the podcast only watchers. I at least want to keep it like small. What's up, Shrimp? I'm good. But why? No, I'm not hungry though. I'll probably get some bread later. Let's see. How you still ain't asleep? I don't care if you even had school today, cover snow. Where's the snow? 7, 8, I doubt it. That is funny though. Oh, it's gonna be a huge snow day tomorrow, so we're canceling school. And it's like, where's the snow? Let's see. Oh yeah, for context, yeah, my niece don't have a school today. The lady told me when she was delivering like food shopping that there was like, yeah, school's gonna be all like, it's gonna snow on like Monday or something like that. I'm like, okay. How much? Probably like 4 inches of like snow or probably more. I'm like, oh, well, damn, that's gonna be a lot. I got my shovel ready in case of anything. And then just like, all right, close down schools or something. Or at least that's what Strip told me when she woke me up at, I think, like midnight. Was it 2 a.m.? Somewhere around there. I heard it was 4 inches where I'm at too. Yeah, I'm okay with that. Well, I don't know. For me, I'm always weird because I used to been okay with the cold until I wasn't anymore as I got older. But if anything, I always have to complain of how cold it is. But if it's snowing, it always give me a smile on my face. I'm like, yay, it's snowing. I at least want it to snow once per season and get me to spring. I'm just glad that we got the food shopping done before then. Cause last time I was thinking on making the Wawa trip, I didn't go cause soon after I was like, all right, I'm getting ready to leave. It was like, no, you're not. Like, what you mean? No, I'm not. What you mean it's snowing? Yeah, I feel like M4 is way bigger in this picture than she should be. They look like she's about to tower the Eevees when she gets up. Which I guess is kind of accurate, given M4's height. I can't give an actual number, but it's like, picture like this. If Flareons are big enough, even though Matter is a little shorter, Burrito is kind of like the same height as Solarion. And Solarion is taller than the usual Flareon. And M4 is supposed to be as tall, or if not taller than the both of them. I mean, I guess it makes sense. Like, I don't know. Height for the series has always been inconsistent. Like, when I added Laser Gator to the non-canon specials, the Feraligatr, he was, like, very, very, I guess, he was kind of like the same size, but a little bit taller than both M4 and Solarion. But given his actual, like, the Pokedex cannon height, which is like, what, 7 feet or something like that? I had to fix that in Series 2, that he actually grew some inches. Alright, how that looking? That looks about right. Yeah, I'm actually okay with this. I mean, it's a faraway shot, so it's not really that important if I nail it. So I'm just gonna move these guys here. Actually, no, move them a little closer. It'll be more easier if I had this on. If there's anything I gotta fix on these guys over here. Yep, I need to see 3 little legs. I don't know, I'm hoping with these sketches that I have, I could improve on a lot of them, like, especially the last 2 panels. For some reason, I just still don't like how the last 2 panel came out, so... No, not the last 2 panels. Yeah, the last 2 panels. This panel and this panel. I don't like how these came out. So hopefully, I'm able to improve that come final outline. See, I could like do these little like I could do these little zoom ins easier now. I could probably like doodle something like super fast, and normally it would be hard for me to get the lines accurate because how close they is. No, thanks to this big ass tablet, it makes it like 1,000 times more easier. It don't help change my style significantly, but like it helps improve my style. But it's definitely more efficient on getting the job done, which is important for my artworks. Like, I love how more clear these line arts is now. For some reason, I already feel my asthma acting up. Let me take a hit of my inhaler. Give me 1 second. Okay, should be okay. Sorry about that. Yeah, like right now I'm like mostly fully covered from being sick. I do have my stuffy nose here and there. That's about it. But I think that's because this room is just stuffy in general. Like we did turn up the heat in here, even though it's not as warm as I wanted to be because it's freaking cold out there. But like other than that, I'm okay. My throat is now like almost fully recovered. I can feel it. And then all that just left is the asthma. Oh boy. Okay, so the rest is just background stuff. I could do that. That should be good. So how do I want to do? I want to include the like, you know, these pink leaves in the background, or this pink grass, whatever, the pink flowers in like in the background. I mean, if I want to go for more dramatic effect, then yes. Okay. Glad I could have this conversation, Piaxis. Now let's make this 100. I don't know, if it's not like an even zoom in, I just feel uncomfortable like drawing. It looks weird when I like do the outline. Let's say if I put this like any old random, like this, right? I zoom in at any random point. Since it's not like a pure like 400 zoom in or even zoom in, the sketch will look okay. But I would feel weird how the outline kind of looked doing the zoom out. I'm just testing it, drawing out a Solarion, his cameo appearance. They don't look bad, but because it's like zoomed in weirdly, I don't like how it looks. You're gonna have like outlines or pixels that look way more bigger than it should be, or maybe a little more skinnier than they should be, and it looks weird. Zooming out, it looks okay. And then I can't do it too far. Like, say if I'm going... Unless if I have, like, a bigger brush. Like, if I zoom in too far, I will say 25. That's perfect. I'll try to attempt to draw Soul again. You guys probably can't see him, but I can. It's like a little light outline to you guys. And then when I enhance it, it's gonna look like I drew Solarion by Etch-a-Sketch, which is weird, right? It looked weird. So I have to have it like it's in my habit to have it like even, to have go like 200, 400, or 800. Maybe I could get away with 300, but like yeah, I like my zoom ins being even. Let's just remove these. Yeah, that's like some sort of word art. Yeah, it does, right? I mean, the ultra zoom out looked cool when I zoomed in, but like, I don't want to look like that. Again, I would need to have like a big brush to like draw zoomed out, but I draw by pixel, so it doesn't really suit it all like that. Okay. Let's get ahead of schedule, shall we? I at least want to start reacting to something by 6. That's the plan. But I at least want to get this panel done by then. Will that ever happen? I don't think so, but like, at least gonna try. Yeah, why not? Let's include a second layer of grass here. That's gonna be the pink. Well, actually, no, because they're too far from it. We can just add it like right here. Right where C3's standing. I know I already got a lot of stuff in the playlist, but I feel like I didn't need to update it more. But I already got a lot of it in like the main folders that I have. But there's still some songs like video game music that I gotta add onto here. Some other actual songs that's just like a vibe to listen to. Just to like keep it nicely fresh and updated. So I don't feel like I listen to the same 8 songs often. Oh, me and Strip gotta go back to Roblox at some point. We haven't played Doors in a minute. Alright. I'm gonna do like little bumps here. Yeah, we Bob Rossing it over here. Okay. I think that's good for that little detail. Looks like I was gonna add the same tree over here. Piax's Ross. All I just need is the afro and a paint board. That should be one of my my Pinktuber suggestions. I am thinking when I get to Kips, we'll do it live on stream. Just for the fun of, yo, Kip, how do you want me to make you in real time? It's so funny to see Kip when they like have to decide on stuff. Cause if I say like, oh, this is kind of cool. Like, say if I just like, all right, here's this pose. Are there? As soon as I ask the first question, is there any pose that you would suggest that I'll draw you for your Pinktuber? Both like just standing and talking. They're gonna be like, yo, Pio, don't suggest that. Don't do that. You're gonna make me choose. But that's the thing. Kip loved making a decision. But it's just, Kip got so many ideas, it's hard for them to make a decision. Which is why it took like a year for us to get that, their final design done. Still fun. It was still a very fun project at the end of the day. And I like the creative freedom that Kip giving me too on designing it. Okay, I got an idea. I should have probably made this on another layer, just in case. I didn't finish up M4's ear. There we go. Now I'm gonna have to like cave and like kneel, cause normally I always been saying that like, yo, these energy drinks, like every time when I drink them, they never work on me. I always feel like crap and then just crash out. Like I just fall asleep and everything, feeling horrible. But I will say it does work when it does, because that one stream that I did in like say. No, it wasn't the one that I slept and woke up early. There was one stream that I did that I stood up somewhat at the night. I don't even think it was a stream. I just randomly just like woke up in the morning. No, woke up like at midnight. Oh, it was when I had to get the groceries. Yeah. The day that I had to get the groceries, I woke up around 12. I couldn't sleep, and as soon as I was getting ready to go to sleep, I was told that food shopping was coming. So I stood up, I took a energy shot like this, specifically Starbucks double shot energy. And I was like, yeah, I'll take a little bit of this. Who knows? Maybe it will work. And I didn't realize it worked because I was kind of like, I wasn't energized, but I was still wide awake. And then that lasted all the way up to like 7 or 6 p.m. Whatever time, around like close to nighttime. And I was knocked out like a baby. Like I was asleep. Like I was done. It felt like I was asleep for 24 hours. So I guess Kata was right after all. Energy drinks do work on me. It's just that I never noticed. I don't know. It's like weird because I had that energy drink, but it's like one of those things that I only drink it if I have to because I want something with a flavor or sugar. I don't really need it. I already get energized enough. And most of my tiredness get due to boredom. Let's see. Do I want to draw just nothing but trees back here? Yeah, make this a tree. Might as well. Nothing but trees here. I guess I should flip this over and draw the other side of the trees. I had one of those, and I hadn't gone to sleep for an extra 5 hours till sleeping for 11 hours. It's weird how that works, huh? And it's not a good thing for me. I kind of hate it. Because it's like, when you're supposed to take those energy drinks, you're supposed to be, like, you're supposed to feel, like, perked up and awake. Like, you feel, like, energized. Like, you have the energy. It gives you the energy, but I don't like the, feeling like shit afterwards. It feels like a car that's like over-exhaust itself. And then that's it. Once I have to cool down, that's it. It's like an extended cooldown. I don't know if that's like a right analogy, but that's how I feel. That's how I feel. It's like, what is this TikTok meme that I found? Someone did a thing where they were just putting like random votes into random toys to see how they react to the high voltage. And I saw one of someone doing one Tickle Me Elmo, and after like 15 votes, it was going like freaking. It just had like a stroke. I think I could find the video if we go to TikTok real fast. Give me a second. I'll pull it up. Let me just put this off really fast, just in case. I don't know if TikTok will show like emails and all that. I should be signed in though. I was last time.
Hey, are you a good dancer? Hey, are you a good dancer?
Nope. Well, smack me. Sorry, you guys just heard me. Yo, could this be put on pause? Like, not the playlist, the TikTok. There we go. Yeah, so right here. Let me pause this so I can show the chat. Yeah, so this is basically me, like, this is me, like, normally, while I'm hyped up, doing, like, a stream or something like that. See, what's going on, boys, girls, and everywhere between? Welcome to another Pioxy stream. Oh, y'all guys are amazing. Welcome aboard. I love y'all. See, and then I take the energy drink. I feel a little bit. I'm like, okay, cool. I'm ready to, like, I'm all amped up. I'm ready to go. All right, let's go. Let's do it. And then later on, where's 15 at? Like, the middle of the day. Like, soon, like, probably like an hour in. Ah! What's going on? Why I'm feeling like this? I feel like shit. Oh God! Oh Jesus! What's happening to my body? Okay, guys, I don't do this. I don't do that. It does make me want to crash out and go and lay down. Like that's how I feel like once I'm done taking the energy drink. Like my boy had a stroke. Let's see. Either he had a stroke or he just been stroking. Like whatever we want to go with. Okay. Yeah, energy drinks taste good, but to me, make me tired after. I like Red Bulls. Red Bulls are pretty good. But then again, I just have like the same. I think for me too, it's not just that that Starbucks energy drink make me feel like because I'm not used to like having energy drinks. I just I just don't like the taste of coffee in general. I'm not a big coffee fan. I drink it if I have to. But like I drink it here and there, but I always feel like afterwards. I'm the same way with sodas too. Most sodas, except for a certain one like Sprite and Mountain Dew, the lighter texture sodas, which is weird. Live, caught on camera, Elmo having a seizure. That's basically what it was. Seizure me, Elmo. All right. Let me continue doing this really fast. Again, I really love how fast I just got this outline done. Or at least how I got that outline done. I would kind of love to do a live speed paint. I don't know how I would be able to do that though, with all the shenanigans that happens on this stream. Let's darken this up a little bit. Then I gotta draw the waterfall. I might have to re-sketch it to visualize it in my mind on how I want to get this done. So instead of like having it this high, what if I lower this to be here? And then I make it like kind of like bowl shape for a dramatic effect. Kind of hard to see now, but I will darken the outline so you guys can see it. Yeah, for me, I always do my sketches very lightly. But for stream's sake, I should like darken them a bit. I go to a local coffee shop every morning. That's how, even though my friend Kata, she don't go to a coffee shop every morning. She likes to make her coffee. What kind of coffee you get? For me, I can't do black coffee. Like, no way. I gotta have sugar, milk, and if I can, whipped cream. It's like I need my coffee to taste more sweet than it is bitter. And I don't want to sound a hipster about it. Like, I'm very hyper specific with it. Like, you get black? Oh, lucky. Yeah, I can't do that. It's way too bitter for me. Oh, let me... Yeah, that's right. Draw this. I should make the waterfall more skinnier. That makes me wonder, what do the Wolfpack have for their coffees? If they drink coffee. Although it does make one, like... Wonder if we got a Dunkin' Donuts near my area without having to drive. I could go for a latte right now. Speaking of food, I didn't realize I got this chocolate pudding here in case I need a snack. That's like a small thing I'm doing now for like art streams. Because I know I'm going to get hungry like way later, or I'll get like super hungry if I stream for like long hours. I make sure I have like a little snack, like, okay, it eases my sugars, my sugar cravings, it eases my hunger, and it's something small to eat. So I got me a pudding cup. Now I've been on more on water too, so that's a good thing. If not water, I have a little bit of Arizona juice. I don't know, they get fruit punch, but I should ask my sister if they have them in watermelon, because I love watermelon Arizonas. Alright, I want to reposition this a little bit. Excuse me. Yeah, my throat's still gonna have to clear itself up from time to time. Alright, where do I begin? So we're just gonna go back to here. So that's mostly all sketched out now, so I could like fully put this on white. Merge this down. Now, did I draw the clouds in the last Astros Pokemon, or did I? Let me check my DeviantArt real quick. Okay, so they were not drawn. They were, well, technically they were. They were like colored. I like to say they're more colored in or blended in than me outlining them and, you know, do the coloring from there. Okay, cool. So I don't have to draw the clouds. We're gonna do a new layer from here. I want to see how I drew the cliff last time too, if I had to like outline them or not. Nope, that ain't it. Nope. I think I had better chances looking at last comic. No. There we go. Okay, so I didn't have to either. Cool. So this is just gonna be a easy one and done then. I'll do the same thing here. Let's see, draw the water, at least like here. And I'll do the special effects when I get there in coloring. Draw the last layer of trees, which just look like giant bushes. Now I gotta get back to revise eventually. Like, man, I gotta I'm lacking on my Piazzas 101 now. At this point, cause I'm back in action drawing art. I'm like lacking a lot on like updating my comics there. I think I'm at Sonic's World now. And the thing is, I take my pictures, cause I take a different approach to it out of all the other comics. Instead of just taking pictures of it on my phone and just send them over, I have to use Shripple's phone. But since I always forget to do that, I haven't been like really like taking like pictures. So I haven't really been working on it because I have to like edit it through GIMP because I need like a clear picture of it. So I'm gonna have to see if I could get through it sometime during, I think I would say next week or 2 a month. I have a question. Shoot. What is your question? I think that's good. Now that'll lead me to do any final fixes. No, Shrimp never actually drew Rue on the Loop. and I hope not either. I pray I'd never see the day. Nah, she didn't though. But it's funny how it became our own running gag. Man, that stream was just bonkers. Sorry, eating another pudding cup. Well, not another pudding cup. I'm finishing up my pudding cup. What do you mean? Oh, man. I wouldn't care if anybody did, though. But for the bit, I'm legally obligated to say, nah, keep it away from me. For the sake of the bit. You know, this made me wonder how many running gags that we had in the course of 2024. Like, now that I just think about it, like, I know I had my favorite X who tunes into X. I know I've been saying that a lot. I don't know what other gags I had like over the years that I just kept repeating. Ugh. I know I need a Let's See compilation, cause goddamn, the times I said let's see on these streams, including this one, has been a lot. But that's like more of like a small tick of mine, I guess. Cause I'm more like, all right, what I'm gonna do? I'm gonna do this, bang. And then when I think of just like, or when I think of something to say to y'all guys, I'm like, let's see, what are we gonna do? Let's see. But for me, I just stutter, so that's different when I go like the ums. Alright, I think I'm done with this panel, or at least drawing out this panel. Let's get this out the way. Which would be pretty easy. I just gotta do some shifting. Oh, another great thing about this tablet as well. I can actually get to small areas now and not have to worry about deleting something if I move just an inch. I could get it more accurate. This one I do have to zoom in a little bit though. I was thinking too, when I get to, like, if I ever get far enough in a Revise, when I get to this exact comic, or when I get to, like, Kalos arc. No, I'm not, nah, I don't think it's best for me to remove the heart-shaped gem on Burrito. Because I like to treat that as a Series 2 thing. Then he gets the Firestone later from Matter. But I want to make a special comic on how Burrito actually got the gem on his head in the first, or at least the original concept of it. Because I already explained before, but like in the story, Burrito was just like, oh, I want to go to Chorus. I want to willingly help you, like, you know, solve this crisis together. And you're my friend. I want to protect you, so we're gonna do this together. And thanks to Chorus, he amplified Burrito's power, and Burrito get to choose his gem shape for that, and I'm like, yada yada yada. Honestly, it was all like I felt like I was forced to bring in an explanation on why I changed Burrito design in the first place, or at least I changed it into a heart gem in the first place. So I didn't like how I like shoehorned that in just for the sake of, oh, let's just add some lore in there. Nah, the truth of the matter is, it was supposed to be Kalos arc before I dropped the Astro's Pokemon entirely on the blog. Matter seeing how like nice Burrito had like she started to see like Burrito as a friend after the confrontation in Unova. So she was like, they go to Lumio City. They have like M4 and T3 had like their nice little date. Well, Matter and Burrito like went around, had like a fun time of their own as evolution friends during this time. And Matter was just like, yo, you did so much for me, let me do something for you. And she grabs like a rock and start carving the gem on his head. And while Burrito is like immediately going, Matter, what are you doing? Hey, wait, that tickles. She makes it into a heart-shaped gem, which is pretty sweet. It's a sweet gesture. And then Matter will probably say something like, don't get used to her or something like that. I only did it because you was nice to me. Something sweet like that. Oh, wait a minute. I didn't drew this. Yeah, now that this song came on, I gotta watch this video on why speedrunners dropped Scarlet and Violet. I forgot like people actually still speedran Pokemon games. And I'm like, why specifically Scarlet and Violet? And when I saw a part of the video, part of the explanation was the cutscenes. And I was like, yeah, I guess that makes sense. And then you gotta go through the DLC, which have like many cutscenes. I mean, but what's the difference? Like, what's the difference between that and Gen 7? Gen 7, everybody hated that the game was hand-holdy on cutscenes. So why would we have more, like, just as much speedrunners there, but people will drop out on Scarlet and Violet? Performance is another thing, too. Like, you would think a game that is unintentionally built for taking multiple routes, making your own path, that it would, like, you know, keep the interest of, like, speedrunners. But I guess not. People got bored of it. I think next stream I'll dedicate it for nothing but reactions. Because we do got a lot to cover. Dead sent a ton of stuff over like the past month that we gotta cover. There's a bunch of music that I gotta add into my custom playlist, which I'll have to do after stream, or knowing me, probably next stream. Let's see. Yeah, so a reaction day will be pretty fun. And it's not like it's the first time we did that. Like, the other reaction streams we did before was wilding too. It don't look like I'm forgetting anything. All right. Let's put the white layer in. Yeah, hold on. I'm trying to find the right size for this. Save as. Panel 1. Yup. Put this on save. And that is it. We are done with the first panel of this comic. We got, what you call it? We got 7 more to go, which we're going at a great pace. So I guess now we can take a break, a small break, and react to one thing. Let me see. Not from the reaction perks, but from what I have in my watch laters. Like, God, I have so much built up. I gotta, like, go through them. Let's see. So we're just gonna do that. We're gonna hire this up at full blast. We're gonna go to my YouTubes for a second. That is the wrong account. So I'm gonna switch to my other account real fast. I mean, I can't just play it there, but my watch list, my watch later stuff is in the other one. Because I made it specifically for streaming and stuff and content. The main YouTube account is just me just dicking around, looking at other channels and just fucking around in comment sections. So fun. Alright, so we're just gonna go to here. Bang. Put this back on. Bam. Let's go to my watch later. Where do we begin? Where do we start? The Saiyan curse? Oh, man. I don't even feel like starting on this one yet. I'm not even feeling energized to get to any of these. These are like the main two that I want to react to. Oh, we got Professor Lando. I haven't seen Lando updated in a minute. I hope our professor is okay. Like, where's our professor at? Let's see. Then we got the Blackguard Bridge, Pokemon Blackguard Bridge episode 3. That Silver wanted me to react to. We'll go to that one soon. We got like Monster Hunter stuff that I'm thinking about watching. Shadow, Godzilla. We'll watch that another time. The drones. Oh God. Nah. Oh wait a minute. Did I wanted to watch why everybody hates Smash Ultimate now, but now I don't even got the video on me. I thought I had the video on me. I guess not. I'll find it for next time. Then fuck it. Nah, these fucking memes of Professor X going in Marvel Rivals is wildin', dog. You guys want to see like what happens when they drop Professor X? Like, dog, I've been cracking up seeing these memes. Bro, look at that. Look, Professor X going ham. Look at him going crazy. Yo, watch him drop this finisher in Marvel Rivals. Oh, now he's about to use his like super big ability too. Oh, look at Charles Xavier go. I want to know who the guy who just thought of this idea. Like, yo, why don't we have just Batman in a wheelchair just fucking everyone up? It's always the stupidest ideas for a mod that always makes it the most legendary. He's not even moving his arms. Like, that's how OP Professor X is going to be. That's crazy. Okay. That's nuts. My GOAT will be introduced in Marvel Rivals like this or rewrite. Who's your GOAT? Also, who is this female Galactus? Is this supposed to be like Galactus' daughter or something? Like, am I missing something here? Like, this is a new character to me. I don't know who she is.
Let's see how mankind has conquered space.
X gon' give it to you.
Let's go, the GOAT.
My mantra is that
That's sick. That's freaking sick. Oh, man. These memes are going to be funny. Oh, yeah, this freaking random ass Goku meme that I found, too. We can react to that quickly.
I'm about to
Hey, it's me, Goku. Next time, I'm finna bust. Will I actually do it? Find out next time on Dragon Ball Z. No, that AI voice was peak. It was on point.
As concerns grow.
Okay. I want to at least react to now that I had what you call it? Now that I butter myself up with some light reactions, now we can get to the real stuff, the real big stuff. So where do we want to react to first? Again, these are the two biggest hated videos of their community. One of them is the Saiyan Curse Theory by It's an Anime Girl, who been clowned on ever since for this video. And I guess she apparently kept uploading until 2 years ago. So, and this video was done like 6 years ago. Or should we react to, wow, 6 years ago too? Dear Sega, a Sonic the Hedgehog redesign, which everybody like for me, I was just personally like, yo, this doesn't seem like Sonic, but it would be cool as another game. Apparently, this video got so much fucking rabid hate that the guy had to remove the video and be like, yeah, I'm done. Okay, I'm out of here. I just gave him an opinion. I just gave him an idea, and I'm voting. I'm done. I'm done. I wonder if he re-uploaded that video. I want to see what he been up to. Like, who created this video? Cause like, unlike this, I know who made this one. This one was like a video I just ran into, and I was like, yo, I don't know what this is about. Like, I don't know who this guy's about. So, do we want to do Sonic or Dragon Ball? I think knowing my audience, most of you guys know a lot more about Sonic than y'all would Dragon Ball. Like, probably a lot of y'all guys haven't even watched Dragon Ball. So, like, it's surprising, because every time, like, me being a big Dragon Ball fan, y'all guys like when I talk about Dragon Ball, but y'all guys never really seen the Dragon Ball anime and all that stuff. So I'm just like, you know what? Let's save that second. Let's go with this one first. Let's see. Yeah, Dear Sega, a Sonic the Hedgehog redesign. Is this bad? As everyone says, 14 minutes. Let's see.
Hey, sorry for interrupting. Isn't that annoying? What if I told you?
Shut up! Yes, it is.
Really bad
Yes, it is
like
annoying.
this?
Yeah, I'm skipping you forever.
I believe if
I should go with the Firefox. Oh, right. How rude of me. Let's put this on theater mode. Bang. I forgot I got a format for this now. Yeah, there you go. Bang. Hire this up. Let's go. Let's get our beloved chat up here so that way y'all guys can watch with me. There we go. Delicious. Come on, if I have to watch it, you guys will too. Like, come on, we had, like, probably worse redesigns. Like, we experienced Sonic Boom. Years after we experienced Sonic 06. Like, it can't be that bad, right? Like, this video cannot be that bad. I think it'd probably be fair. And then I want to see the comment section after this. I want to see if they maintain their stance to this day. Now, see, I haven't watched anything Dragon Ball yet. Yeah, that's alright. And I ain't gonna harass y'all for that either. Let me see. For the sake of chat height, I am going to switch to my Christmas rule. No, you know what? No, I don't need my Christmas rule. I mean, y'all guys could probably, y'all guys could still probably see yourself in the chat, right? Oh, that's a great. Yeah, y'all guys are right there. I'm covering the chat boxing. Yeah, that's perfect. That's perfect. For me nowadays, it's probably like now, like, it's gonna be hard for people to get into Dragon Ball. Because even though I like to see the complexity of Dragon Ball, to a lot of people, it's just simple, oh, here comes bad guy. They power up, they scream, they get strong. Fly over there, boom, boom, punch man, as the great TSO Sage will say. it's more a simplistic anime nowadays compared to like say Attack on Titan, where characters have like deep, super intense backstories. Or what other newer anime that came out like way later on? I mean, I would even go as far to say like One Piece, because One Piece is like, the writing is really, really good in One Piece. So many crazy shit happens on One Piece. Probably like Naruto Shippuden at the time. Oh man, Bleach 1,000 Year Blood War. Oh man, if there's anything I recommend, is that I gotta catch up on that anime. So like, yeah, compared to like Dragon Ball Super, Super is more, I guess you could say simplistic, but it's a simplistic anime that I enjoy. I mean, I see it more, I see it more complex, but it's something I grew up with at the time. I don't know. Go watch Dragon Ball. No more Christmas. Oh man, no more Christmas? I mean, do I have to like release my Christmas rule out to the wild? Oh no. I was thinking on getting rid of it though, and bring it back like once the new year started. I mean, not the new year started, like when the new year ends again, when we get to Christmas week. But I need to have like, if I want to do seasonal rules, man, I gotta have like a lot of designs for it. And designs, like, I already have too many designs for my kangaroo. I don't want to switch back and forth. I could just use my old designs and just revamp them. That would be nice. So like this one would be like my usual. I originally made this for winter, so this would be my winter design. The one when I had like my yellow t-shirt, that will be for like spring or summer. And then my classic OG look will probably be somewhere like with pants. My classic OG look with pants will be sometime like around the fall. And then we get to winter, we use this design, and we have the Christmas roux. That also works. The pumpkin spice roux. Alright, but what is this video? So that way we don't get too far behind on where I want to be at this art stream. Again, this is the worst Sonic video of all time. Let's see how bad this is. I believe if you're going to criticize the creative content of others, bring a creative solution to the table with you. While this video analysis of certain aspects of Sonic's gameplay, I do not claim to be While this video analyzes certain aspects of Sonic's gameplay, I do not claim to be an authority on game design. I only meant to present creative ideas to a problem I recognize in a struggling franchise. I could name 30, I could probably name 100 different things that is wrong with Sonic, down to them, like, they always experiment on their gameplay, so I can't really criticize too much on what should be a Sonic game. I mean, we get, because of their experimentation, we get bangers like Sonic Mania, but then we also get failures like Sonic Forces. But we also had like games that improved like that formula before Forces, like Sonic Generations and Sonic Unleashed. And then we have like experimental stuff like Sonic Lost Worlds, which personally I didn't really like too much. So I don't know, but they did try to take it from Sonic Extreme. Like, there's a lot of ups and downs that we had. Sonic Boom, oh my god, the first game was weird, but I heard, well, the first game was trash, but then I heard the second game was fire, which was for the DS games, which I think was made by the same people who did the Sonic Generation games for 3DS, which also was like Colors and the Rush series and all that. I don't know, So Sonic has its ups along with a lot of downs, and I haven't tried Sonic Frontiers yet. I can on the PlayStation 4. That's one of the, it's not the things I want to stream, but one of the games I am planning on picking up during 2025. At least the PS4 version to see how that works. So I don't know. I guess it depends on what we're talking about. Are we talking about classic Sonic? We're talking about Boost Sonic? We're talking about Adventure Sonic? Because each one of them has their design flaws and also their peak designs. Which is funny once you think about it. Each revamp of the Sonic formula had their biggest lows and their greatest highs. Yeah, I just don't think it can't be that bad.
If you're going to criticize the creative content of others, bring a creative solution to the table with you. While this video analyzes certain aspects of Sonic's gameplay, I do not claim to be an authority on game design. I only mean to present creative ideas.
Oh, I shouldn't have read that then. He read it for me.
Is to a problem I recognize in a struggling franchise. Dear Sega, my name's Javid. I work as an animator for a creative studio in Sydney, Australia. I'm also a game design graduate and develop small-time
First problem: if you're gonna make the most controversial video of all time to the Sonic fan base, do not reveal your job.
games on the side. In this video, I'll be presenting my case for a redesign for one of your most enigmatic franchises, Sonic the Hedgehog. It's no secret that your Sonic has seen brighter days. As I'm sure you're very aware, you don't have to look far to find an opinion or article from writers explaining why they don't like it.
If this was made 6 years ago, shoot, that would be what? 2019? When did Sonic Mania come out? Like 2018 or 2019? Sonic Mania. Release date. (2017). So this is probably like after like Sonic Mania and the downfall, which is Sonic Forces. Sonic first initial comeback. And then I think at that same time we had that IGN take that Sonic was never good. Oh shit, that was a whole drama and a half. And Sonic could like never really escape the internet beef that Game Grumps had created. Which, oh god, that was crazy on his own too. Poor Aaron. He never sees the end of it. Ever since his Sonic Adventure playthrough. I mean, I had like my grievances on that too. But like, nah. Aaron wanted to play it in a certain way. He wanted to show all the bug fixes, but I guess that left a sour taste in Dan's mouth. Which means he got that impression. I felt that he got that easily impression that, oh god, these Sonic games are just terrible, and they run with that Sonic is just terrible, and it didn't help for them in the long run. I gotta see the Sonic Adventure 2 playthrough. I never like really seen it. I was hyped for it, but I was like, nah, they already shat on Adventure 1 purposely. What, I'm gonna get more of that in Adventure 2. But I do love the Game Grumps animations for that.
Games anymore. To be honest, they aren't inaccurate. But what I haven't seen are creative suggestions on how to remedy what seem to be holes in the vision for Sonic. And this is what I want to do here. I want to look at the cold hard data and present a creative solution for a redirecting, if you will, of your mascot.
Now, I'm already going to say beforehand, I think I'm going to try to be fair to this video, because again, Sonic experimented with different styles, especially since we had Sonic Boom. Like, oh god, since we experienced Sonic Boom, which was like a lot of people say on its own that didn't felt like a Sonic game. They try to make it more like Jack and Dexter-ish and that type of genre. Like, do I really have a right to say that it doesn't suit Sonic? I think that's really going to be the big question for me today. Like, does it really suit Sonic? Do you guys see this as a thing that Sonic would take? Like, big questions like that. Or not a direction Sonic would take, but should it be a style that Sonic should experiment on? I don't know. Like, now that we're like way forward in the future, I can start actually reflect on like bigger stuff like this. Like, of course, if I had like Sonic Mania, Sonic Forces, which capitalize on two big popular gameplay formulas for Sonic, compared to Sonic Lost Worlds, which was fun to a lot of people, but also the weakest out of like the formulas that they did over the years. Yeah, we'll see where we go. We'll see where it goes.
Before we go further, I think it's important that we look at your sales and your ratings, and take a look at how your platforming rival Mario is tracking as well.
That's another important thing too. Mario has been experimenting for years as well, but at least they're consistent on the formulas that they work with. Like, you can really easily look at Mario like, oh yeah, he has the 64 format, which you could class that as Sunshine, you could class that as a Galaxy, and you could class that into any other 3D Mario, Odyssey, yeah, there you go. The classic 2D Mario, which you could put that with Mario World, or basically those 2D Marios, New Super Mario Brothers, and Super Mario, which evolved to Super Mario Wonder. Let me see, what other Marios is there? No, just 2D Mario and 3D Mario, like Adventure Mario. So, yeah, moving on. Yeah, Sonic, he's like, he dips and toes in so many damn genres. Like, I don't know, it's hard for him to be, but the problem is it's hard for him to stay consistent on it. unlike Mario, he's consistent with every single genre that he tackles in. It may go stale, but it's still popular for a reason.
So here is a graph of your
And this is coming from me, a huge Sonic fan, which is like, that's why I'm reflecting on it like over the years, on my enjoyment in the Sonic franchise. Like, there was a period that I just dipped out of Sonic because I was just like bored of it.
sales to date in millions, telling us that Sonic 2 on the Genesis has been your highest success in terms of units sold, coming in at 6 million. Sonic Boom being your lowest at 400,000.
Okay, so we at Boom. Okay, so they list the games right there. Well, I guess the thing is, we're comparing Sonic in his very early high peak days. And again, we're dealing with the 2D. We going bangers here. We're going Sonic 1, 2, 3, Sonic 3, and Knuckles. We have look at that selling point of Sonic 2. Oh my god. 6 million it says? Jesus Christ. Let me see. Oh yeah, then you see Sonic Adventure. No, Sonic and Knuckles, Sonic 3, damn, which didn't sell as high as Sonic 2. But you gotta remember where these games took place as well. This is like the peak of the console wars. Like, this is like where the console wars truly began with Sega and Nintendo, or at least in my opinion. You would have people on the playground talking about like, oh, this Mario is hot fire, Super Mario World is great. Dog, I'm playing Sonic 2, dog. I got Tails. Fuck your Yoshi. Like, dude, it was a fun time to be a gamer.
Now let's add in Super Mario. I've lined these up by year of release. Without any surprise, Mario's first game, which came out during the very young and ripe age of gaming, owns spot number 4 in the list of best-selling video games of all time at 40 million. His sales fluctuate quite a lot as well, which is completely normal.
You also gotta remember the starts on where Mario came from too. Mr. Nintendo, Mr. Video Game Icon, Mr. I revived an entire industry after a crash.
Now there are a few factors here that aren't accounted for, such as regions of release and also console sales data at the time of the game's release. This does make this data a bit unreliable, but I've put this here so we can start to get an idea of where you're roughly sitting in relation to the most successful platform series. But let's move on to reviews. These are very important in gauging how successful the game was in connecting with your audience. So here is a graph of Sonic's reviews according to GameRankings.com.
Damn, look at Sonic Boom, like, barely a smidge.
This tells us that Sonic 3 on the Genesis is your highest ranking game at 89%, while Sonic Boom, again, is at the lowest at 33%. Now let's add in Mario.
Damn, well, get blown out. Again, like, Mario is consistent in mostly all of his games. Sonic is experimental.
I think is worth noting here is that at the beginning of Sonic's career, each new game was connecting more successfully than the last, while it seems Mario in the beginning struggled to find his feet. It's important to state that I think Nintendo established the foundation for compelling platforming before Sonic arrived on the scene. But even so, it's clear that your games were maturing at a promising rate. Now the reason I've been adding in Mario...
Death! The stock market crash of Sonic. Damn! Sonic stocks went down.
...is to show you that as a competitive platform game, he's still connecting with his audience and pulling in huge revenue. Especially in this age where the platform game is no longer king of the industry. Mario is doing something right here, and I think it's safe to say, judging by your very low and chaotic shifts in ratings, it's something that hasn't become clear to you yet. This information is telling us that there is a disconnect happening between your games and your audience.
Bro, that's a fucking understatement, like shit. I mean, I'm happy now that Sega, like, as much as they try, I think personally they're trying way too hard to pander to the audience, and that's always fucking them up in terms of storytelling and gameplay and all that stuff, to the point where we're just like, why do we even try if they're just gonna hate it anyway? So we get like things that seem promising, but then they turn out like half-ass in the end, which turned out pretty mid, which isn't bad, it's just mediocre. But it's like, you don't want a mediocre game. You either want a game that's really good, or if it's bad, then move on to the next project. Like, you don't want to be in that class of anywhere in between. You want a good game. You want a great game. You want, like, every developer wants to make a great game. But like, yeah, if you pander too hard to your audience, like, you ain't gonna be able to please anybody because you're making multiple experimentations of the game. Like, remember when Sega like tried to like say like, yo, Sonic Frontiers is our last ditch effort, though. If this bombs, it's over. And Sonic Frontiers did well. Like, It wasn't the greatest game, but man, did it had a lot of gas. Like, everybody was hyping that up. And I'm gonna have to see for myself when I play it on the PS4.
And I think I know what it is.
Although I should play it in PS5, but like I got no PS5. I should play it on the Xbox, but I don't got it on an Xbox, so I can't even fairly judge it. Probably it's like what graphics wise, like what's the difference between that? Like it should be working fine on the PS4. Like it's not about the graphics, it's about my enjoyment at the end of the day.
So here I will present my ideas while at the same time explaining what I believe are the problems we're fixing. So let's bring in Sonic.
I like how that dramatic pause went there. The two like, I remember this design. It triggers me of every being of my body. It makes me want to throw a chair at this guy. It makes me want to dog. I remember looking at the comments and people were like, what the fuck is that? Let's play that sound effect. That was perfect timing. I'll introduce you to everybody's PTSD.
Sonic.
That hit fucking different now. That's funny.
First thing to notice is the art style. We're steering away from the 3D models you've been using for the last 17 years and bringing in a more organic aesthetic through paint and water brush.
Now, here's my problem with this. Sure, you could go with the art style. I think it would kind of look cool if a Sonic game looked like this. And with the animation motions that it's having right now. My problem is that, I think it steers too far away of the direction of Sonic. It looked like more of like, it looked like he's going more of an Odie in the Black Forest, type look. I'll show you guys right now what Odie looks like. Like, when I look at that design, I think of something like this. This little dude. Could I see, like, gameplay for him? Or, like, a picture of his gameplay? Like, or an actual picture of him? Could I hire this up? Like, zoom in for this for you guys. See, when I see this, I automatically think of this, which has already been done. Odie, beloved, fun character. But again, like, I just keep on looking at this and say, like, this screams original character, not by Sonic memes. It's just like, all right, I think you're straying a little bit too far. You could just like make your own mascot with this type of style that kind of like mimics Sonic gameplay. It's not the first time we had Sonic inspired games. I think Sparkster is a game that kind of like it's Sparkster, I think the name was, or Sparky, something like that. It takes elements from Sonic Adventure with some, I think, Blue Boost gameplay. The game looked pretty sick. I recommend that. But like, yeah, I think he tried to make it like Sonic like way too cutesy, where we're used to Sonic like he was introduced as someone with attitude. He was too cool for school. He was the rebel to Nintendo's safe Mario, if you know what I mean. Even though, like, I think that's one of the biggest thing too. I look at, like, when you look at Sonic and you look at his sprites, the beauty of Sonic the Hedgehog sprites. Sonic 3 sprites. Here's one of the things I admire about Sonic 3. And a video pointed it out too. I forgot what it was called, but I'll try to explain it the best I can, or I remember it. You look at Sonic, and what's going on, Dusty? I see you here. I'll see what you say in a second. I just want to explain this first. You look at Sonic's idle animation, just by like his blink alone, you know what this hedgehog is about. You know that if you see him laying down like this, he gets kind of impatient. You kind of get an idea of like who is this Blue Blur is just by looking at him. And it's what it takes me to my inspiration for my artworks, that even though I don't draw a lot or I don't post a lot, I want to make characters that when you look at them, you know what they're about. This is like way too plain. This is like a basic dark. But even with that, you kind of like see his expressions. He's more like lazy, or he kind of like chilled. He kind of like vibing. He does keep his lazy characteristic as Dark to Sneasel. He got a nice cool smile. He looked pretty friendly to hang out with. But when I look at this, he's like, oh, it's just random generic cute mascot running around. Doing like, it just looks too animal-like too. Like, I don't know, I can see the flaws of this design. Does it make me angry? No. Boom Knuckles take that title. But I've grown to love Boom Knuckles when the show came out. But it's like, when you look at that, when you look at the animations to this, I'll play it again.
For the last 17 years, and bringing in a more organic aesthetic through.
And then you look at Sonic right here in his run cycle, you see that he's, like, you can even see how fast he's going within the sprites, which is kind of fun, which is kind of genius. Even with his Sonic Dash, I think someone like custom made this, because Sonic don't run like this. Someone like custom made this sprite, which shout out to whoever made these sprites, I guess. Even with that, the edit, like, you could kind of like see the personality like oozing out of his run cycle and stuff. It's pretty cool. It's pretty cool. I'm gonna zoom this out. Yeah, so when I look at that, the first problem is, or at least the main problem is so far, is this redesign of Sonic don't really look like Sonic, or it don't really feel like Sonic. It takes too much of, like, it's like, sure, he got the element, he got the quills, he got the ears, he got the color scheme, but it don't have that impact that made Sonic great, and he just looks too overly generic. But that doesn't make me like angry or anything, because again, Sonic went through many renditions, many redesigns, and many experimentation in gameplay. So I'm just like, the only thing that bothers me a little bit, I can't tell if his arms are like, is he doing like this, what Sonic is doing, where he got his arms like, you know, like that, where he's just holding his arms back, or is it just like flippers? It's probably because of the animation, but they look like he has flippers. It don't work out. He looked more like an ostrich than a hedgehog. Okay, let me see what Dusty's saying. Yeah, joins in a minute to see Sonic with a dramatic, forgotten sound. Yes, this is a PO stream. That's what I like to see. What's going on, Dusty? Hopefully you're doing all right. We finished the first panel of the Ash vs. Pokemon comic I was working on. So now I just took a break and wanted to react to one of the big videos that I've been wanting to react to for a long time. And one of the first big reactions of 2025, which I'm glad for. Yeah, I'm just want to see, I'm just curious, why is this the most hated Sonic video? And if I still feel the same way if people do. Like, I don't know. So far, this video is okay. I'm just more giving a critique to it. I'm not like being like, oh god, this guy fucked it up like royally or something like that. I don't see anything for me to criticize on that level. And see, I can tell clearly that it's supposed to be Sonic, but it doesn't feel like Sonic at all. Yep, that's what I'm trying to say. Like, of course, that brings us to the bigger question, like, what is Sonic really supposed to be? What really is Sonic? After all the change and experimentation, do we have a right to say that this is Sonic? And I feel like I gave a good explanation enough to be like, I could look at this. It lacks personality. It feels too bland. It feels too generic. And it doesn't vibe on what I'm familiar with Sonic. Even if it's something completely new, it feels like it could be a different mascot character and nothing will change. So, what's up, sir?
What is that thing?
It's Sonic. It's our Sonic. This is our Sonic. This is what we're going to be seeing in Sonic 3. What's up?
That thing is pure nightmare fuel.
It is pure nightmare fuel. But it's supposed to be like it's supposed to be a video of a guy who he wants to redesign Sonic from the ground up. Would you want to play this? No?
That is the thing I would give my worst enemy to play for their birthday.
Damn. Look, I don't want to critique the guy that hard. Cause honestly, this is a design that looks like it could be for its own game. It just doesn't work. It just doesn't work as Sonic.
That is not Sonic. That is off-brand Sonic from Temu.
That is Tonic.
No.
All right, but what's up? Because I would like to react to this video before it turns 7 o'clock again.
I was just gonna ask if you wanted a drink, but looks like you have plenty to drink there.
Yeah, I'm quite fine for now. Thanks for offering, though. Alright, bye-bye for now. Alright, so, y'all guys got the, Shrimpo opinion on that as well. Dusty, my break is over now, but see you later. Alright, Dusty, thank you for, hanging out. Thank you for catching me on break time. I recommend watching the VOD to keep on, wondering what my take on this video is. We're 3 minutes in, so we're gonna be here for a little while longer. But, like, yeah, man, what happened with Shrimp is remind me of Lunatics Unleashed, that old ass show. Does anybody remember the Lunatics? Lunatics Unleashed. So this is like supposed to be their edgier or their action reboot on the Looney Tunes. This was at the peak of when action related shows were huge and they had like storylines and everything. Or it could be episodic and have like their own stories. But I do remember this one fun fact that wasn't fun for the creators. That they went around to like a park and they showed like a couple pictures of the characters to the kids. And were they like, would you like to watch a show with these characters? Or what do you think about these character designs and something like that for a show? And there were some kids that didn't like it. So that already hit their confidence like hard. And I say it's a shame because as much as I don't remember the show that much, this show was kind of underrated. It was actually kind of alright. Like, I don't remember like hating it. But I did easily forgot about it as I got older. Like, it wasn't like the most important thing. It wasn't the most impactful show. But it was still a fun watch for action spin on the Looney Tunes. And they had like crossover episodes with the Looney Tunes as well. Like, I think Bugs Bunny came into it at one point. As well as Tweety Bird. But like, yeah. That's the vibe that I'm getting from this video. Like, you look at this, like, you're like, okay, they're drawn as like Looney Tunes, but they don't feel like what Looney Tunes supposed to be. It don't have the spirit of the Looney Tunes. I look at this, I see what they're trying to go for, but it don't have the spirit of Sonic, whatever that means. But like you look at it, it doesn't have the same vibe, even for like a reboot from the ground up. Okay, I've been on this talking point for way too long, so let's keep moving on.
Paint and water brush. Colors remain relatively the same, but Sonic's lean.
Okay, there you go. So it's not wings. He does have arms that just like push back. I didn't notice that he got a little backpack. That I think is kind of cute. Sonic wearing a backpack for a case of... Yeah, where else is he going to store the rings at? I think that'd be kind of cute.
And a bit more animal, as opposed to your full-on, more attitude-heavy design.
I don't know if I can say that's full-on animal. It's just like you just draw Sonic in a more chibi-ish design. Like, if anything, you drew him more of an ostrich.
He has a backpack symbolizing adventure, and his gloves and socks are gone. He's wide-eyed.
I don't care about that. Like, these little features, I don't really care about that. Like, we had Boom Sonic, where he has, like, what, full blue arms now or something? He has, bandages on, which I guess is, like, your generic edgy thing. My Roo got it if I ever drew feet on him on this avatar. But, like, yeah, seems like the generic go-to things. Sonic not having gloves does seem cursed, though. I will give it that. I don't like the beady eyes, though. That's what is throwing me off as well. Yeah, he does feel kind of naked. I do agree. He does feel kind of naked.
And vulnerable.
More naked than he should have.
He's still fast, but isn't cocky about it. In fact, he doesn't have much expression at all. He's a blank canvas.
And that's the problem. You're making him into a generic, again, a mascot character that you would probably play from, like, just like if he's a blank state, a blank canvas, why should we care about him? Like, why did we care about a series? I guess you want to focus more on gameplay. It'll be more fun, but he's not going to be as memorable. Like, back then, games like that had personalities and attitude. Mario, even though he was pixelated, the later games, he looks more happy and cheery, promoted on his artwork. Bubsy, goddamn, that motherfucker got an attitude and he's witty as hell. Sonic is just like, he's just plain and boring. I mean, again, I don't want to bring up Orty, but like, Orty is a good example of a character with a blank state having a personality. Just by looking at him. Look at this little guy. He's a blank canvas, but let me zoom in more closer. He's a blank canvas character done right because he's introduced that way. See? Cute, cuddly, mascotty. The only personality is the challenges that Orty would have to go to. She's a really cute, mascot animal thing. And you know what? It works. Microsoft approve of it. It's kind of like their secret mascot because they promoted like 2 games out of the Orty series. Hopefully we will get a 3rd. So I love Orty. Orty is such a great character. Orty is such a very, very fun character. And they made it into the first Rivals of Ether game. So I hope Orty can make it in Rivals 2. See, now this is a blank canvas character done right. Because it's more focused on, alright, we're gonna focus more of the gameplay aspect, more of what the character is. But this game does have world building, believe it or not. This game does have a story as you go by. As most of, like say, I think another good example, I may get killed for this one, but I think there's a popular blank canvas character that actually made it into like, that made actual great lore out of it. Hollow Knight. I still feel bad that we never got Silksong. But like, yeah, this character is completely, he's supposed to, in lore, he is a blank canvas. And his gameplay is fire. His design, fire. The themes that they go for in this game, fire. This what I'm looking at, not fire. Negative aura, too bland. Like, I hate to use the two goats as an example, but compared to this new idea, but like, yeah, you want something. If you're gonna redesign something and make it a blank canvas, you gotta make it appealing to the audience. To be like, oh, that's cool, that's awesome, that's kind of cute. I want, okay, how the gameplay is going to be to make up for that if they're a blank canvas character. Like, know what I mean? You know what I mean?
So, while I think the overall spirit and feel for Sonic is there, he's a
No, it's not. I don't feel the spirit there. I'm sorry, sir.
little bit different. Why? Because he isn't designed to appeal to children. And
Who's his audience supposed to be then?
Sega, this is why I believe your games aren't connecting anymore. You're targeting the wrong demographic.
What demographic should he target? I mean, Sonic was originally made for kids and teens. Sonic Adventure later on went for teens. God, we got fucking Shadow the Hedgehog. I need to say more. Like, it's a video game. Video games are supposed to go for all ages. That's why E for everyone is a thing. You know what I mean?
Let me explain.
I gotta stop saying that. All right, I'll give him a shot. He wants to explain. I'll let him cook.
Sonic 1 was released in 91, and this was the ad.
Gotta go. Hey, guy, you're the first serious gamer I've seen all morning. Check this out. Brand new 16-bit Super Nintendo with Super Mario World. Wow!
What's this one?
Oh, this is a Sonic the Hedgehog from Sega Genesis. Hey, look at these radical colors, huh?
Wow, Sonic's fast, too.
Hey, to be fair, playing Sonic 1 nowadays pissed me off. But this still have like a certain artistic charm to it, and the music for Sonic 1, ooh, magic. Like, there's a certain magic playing Sonic 1, but if you ask me, would I go back to playing Sonic 1? Nah, I stick to 2 or 3 any day.
Oh, over here.
I like Genesis, and it costs.
But you're comparing this to Super Mario World, you can see why it was heated back in the day. Why the console war was heated back in the day. 2 fantastic juggernauts of titles.
a lot less.
Wait, kid, that game
I'll
there.
take Sonic and Genesis.
I knew that.
Sonic the Hedgehog. More action, more speed. Sega Genesis, it's a whole lot more for less.
So it's pretty clear that because of the "this is cooler" approach, this was targeted at kids and young teens between 6 and 15. Judging by those sales and ratings we saw earlier, you pretty much nailed it.
So, is he gonna go the route that either you appeal to all audience or should you appeal to adults? And I want to ask the super old adults out here that's like my age, that's like in the 30s or something like that. Not, I mean, you can if you're in the 20s, it's okay too as well. But I'm thinking in my mind, like, if you're a full blown like adult, like full blown in the 30s, even like in your 40s, does that design for Sonic appeal to you? If you want to go like from the ground up revamping Sonic, do you think it will appeal to any other adults? No, the problem is, to me, in my opinion, even if it does for y'all, I think even if he tried to go for a different demographic, it looked way too childish and kiddie. But then again, this is someone that's coming from like Ori, but Ori has a hardcore challenge to it. Hollow Knight looks too badass to actually be put as an example this time. Yeah, there you go. This little guy, like, he's cutesy, yeah, he's adorable, but man, his gameplay is goddamn hard. I recommend this game. Great title. Great for, like, because this is the thing. It looks cutesy and it looks like it's for kids. But the gameplay alone is a freaking challenge that you need to. It's one of those games like, yo, Dad, can you help me? Oh, I never thought you say those words. I'll help you with this game. Yeah, you want something like that. You want something if you want to try to make it for all audiences or even for adults.
Now let's watch an ad from 2014's Sonic Boom.
Kitty, come down.
The fuck is this?
Let's rock!
I got this.
Oh yeah!
Don't you do it?
Oh no.
See, again, even with this redesign of Sonic, Sonic Boom, it feels like Sonic. The spirit of Sonic is there. I feel the attitude, I feel the personality of all these characters. He's not a blank canvas.
Better at this in our world. Sonic Boom, Rise of Lyric. You can pre-order now.
Cute and slapstick. I say you're still aiming for that same age group.
So, I could counter. Say that again?
Cute
In our world. Sonic Boom, Rise of Lyric. You can pre-order now.
Cute and slapstick. I say you're still aiming for that same age group.
So you mean Sonic Colors? You mean somewhat Sonic Unleashed? You mean Sonic Generations? You mean Sonic Lost Worlds? You mean somewhat Sonic Forces?
Not that this ad was bad. Sega, here is the main problem. The fanbase you established with the first Sonic game in '91 are now living 24 years older here in 2015. While your original fans who hold you most dear are in their 30s, you're still aiming for that same age group in disregarding your original fanbase. And guess what? Your original fanbase now have jobs with money to buy your games. They now have extensive knowledge of the Sonic universe they will most likely share somewhere on the internet, aka free, positive online publicity. An Australian study held by Bond University shows that the average gamer is 30 years old. So your games are actually going to be played longer and by more people if this is where you're targeting.
But here's the thing, and I had this conversation a long time ago, or at least last year, or at least I think at the end of last year, on what happens when a company try to grow up with their demographic. You have a tragic result of Pokemon Generation 5, where even though it was like their last hoorah of the Sprite era, the problem was the audience that they grew up with. I finally cracked that code. Like, I don't care what anybody says. I feel like I cracked the code. The problem wasn't that Pokemon games were bad over the years or where they got like too stale. They could be like factors, yeah. And sure, you can say that later games that they're trying to make it too casual, like too easy for the younger demographic. That's because the problem wasn't really Pokemon gotten too stale. It's just that everybody just grew out of Pokemon. Like they moved on from Pokemon. They're playing bigger and better games. They played Pokemon as a kid and moved on from it as a teenager or an adult. They moved on to Persona. They moved on to Shin Megami Tensei. They moved on to and it's not a bad thing either. It just, I do feel for Gen 5 that after so many games and the peak of its gameplay, everybody was just like, yeah, I got tired of this. That we've been doing this for so many years. You improved on your story and all that stuff, yeah, but the Pokemon designs are meh. So, we gotta go. And then you look back many, many years later from the games that we got after, those same kids that grew up into adults that got tired of the Pokemon franchise, go back to Gen 5 and be like, damn, we made a real grave mistake. So, while Sonic nowadays is trying to appeal to that same demographic as well as they're pandering to the fan base that they have now, they never really had that line of yeah, this is too stale, I'm out. Because Sonic games had been so weirdly inconsistent for so many years, if that makes sense. It's like they're trying to make a demographic that appeal to all ages with the same flair attitude that the adventure games had, as well as their own little spin, I guess with their slapstick comedy era from the colors and stuff. And then you got Sonic Boom, which is just so much of that. I mean, I guess if we're talking about before the Forces came out around that time. I don't know. I think because this video is post Boom. The latest was Boom, so we never really had Sonic Forces to where they were no, I gotta look at that graph again. But if this was pre Forces, this would probably be before a time where they decided to take their story a little bit more seriously. I'm losing my train of thought, but y'all guys see what I'm saying. That audience is now older, and I feel like it's natural for them to like leave that fan base because like they played the same game for so long, they want to mature to like other like different games, or they're playing like bigger or better games of the same genre or something like that. I don't know. I still feel bad for Gen 5 to this day for that. I don't know. It's a great game, but a lot of us took it for granted.
Not only that, the age group you're aiming for just don't care about Sonic anymore. They're more interested in the next action shooter or sports game.
Ooh, that's a controversial take. And one that Pokemon also fell deep into at some point. And I mean, I make that argument kind of too, but you gotta understand, during this time as well, I'm thinking of Xbox 360. We're way many more generations after that. Like, kids grow up, they want to play something more actiony. They want to play like stuff like God of War, maybe like GTA. I don't know. I'm trying to find like a perfect way to explain it. No, I don't think there is, because we don't really know the demographic as much as we want to. It was only that one big explosive fad when the PS2 and the Xbox 360 got like hyper big, and then we entered the age of PS3, where games started to be more hardcore focused about shooters and action games with great storytelling. Like, yeah, I could kind of like seeing that. But then I think back at games like Little Big Planet. I think back at games like, what other QT game could I remember? Oh, games like that in that genre where people just like are like in love with it. So there's still a demographic for that. It's like they haven't fully moved away from that. But I do remember at a time, the stereotype was that kids are not into this anymore. They want shooting. They want violence. They want more crazy, chaotic things. Like, and that's what the video game industry tried to start leaning towards. And that made, in a sense, made the platformer genre kind of like dying out, like drying out or something like that.
Why? Because it's cool to be playing those games. They don't have an emotional connection with platformers like your older gamers do. Sega. Your demographic is here in the 18 to 30-year-old bracket. Okay, with this newfound knowledge, we need to bring some maturity into the Sonic universe, and this isn't done through guns and action.
Alright, here we go. This is what I'm talking about. Okay, what type of OD gameplay are we talking about here? We already, like, failed the design logic. But, like I said before, it may not always have to be about the design. It's about the gameplay. And since Sonic experimented with a whole bunch of gameplays, I'm curious to see what this gameplay is about.
It's through strong, compelling gameplay, and a character the player actually enjoys playing as. So let's go back to Sonic's new design. The first thing to go is all voice acting, so any character development will be through movement and animation.
So no voice acting on this, so we're going the 2D Sonic route. Okay, I'm fine with that. Like, I don't have a problem with voice acting in my Sonic games. A lot of people do, apparently. Some people would prefer Sonic to just be mute or something. Like, I don't know. I'm okay with Sonic having a voice, these type of Sonic games, so I'm okay with that. Like, I don't know. I'm okay with this. I'm okay with them not having like voice acting. Let's see, voice acting isn't as bad as what? Yeah, I don't care for the voice acting in 2D Sonic, because it looks like he's designing this as a 2D Sonic game, so I'm kind of like used to it personally.
The question we need to ask is, what is his personality in relation to his ability?
The problem is he's a blank state, so you already like put yourself into a problem with that one. What's his ability?
Sonic is fast, and in the past we've seen him embrace this ability with Too Cool for School persona, and this was totally relevant in 91. Now, not so much. We need a character we can grow with. So Sonic's idle stance,
which was the 90s Sonic. People are still literally growing up with that Sonic to this day, so
is a little bit cautious. Like the player, he's a little bit unsure of what lies ahead. He's vulnerable, and this means we are on the journey with him.
So he basically saying, let's make Sonic the opposite of what he was. We're gonna make like an anti-Sonic over here. Instead of like this overly confident, cocky, impatient, cool, too cool for school blue hedgehog, we got this now cautious, shy, timid hedgehog that is always running. What's the plot point going to be? Him running from his fears or actions or something? I don't know. I'm not sure if I'm for that. Like, basically, if anything, this will be more of a game for Tails than it is for Sonic. Which, honestly, Tails will make this art style work. Yeah, that's the solution. Make it into Tails.
Sonic runs, he keeps that cautiousness. Now here is where I want to propose something new. When Sonic jumps, he doesn't become a ball straight away like the original games. A second action like the X button triggers a charge attack, and here he is powerful against enemies.
So give him a homing attack. Or if he doesn't have a home attack. Nah, I don't like that direction. I mean, it's more complex, but it's just, okay, I'm jumping, and then I'm turning into a ball if I hit the button again. A lot of people are going to forget to hit that button, and it's going to get on their nerves. Mostly, I'm looking at this through my gameplay bias. So, like, if I'm playing a Sonic game where I'm used to playing the 2D Sonics, where I just I press one button, I turn into a ball that could take out enemies. Why I need to quick time myself to jump and turn into a ball again? I mean, I get it, button complexity, and that's sometimes good in video games, but when you do something like this, it feels unnecessary.
Down and X smashes Sonic.
I'm not a pro game designer myself, so I don't know if y'all guys agree with it or not, but for me, personally...
into the ground. Let's call this the powerful against enemies. Down and X smashes Sonic into the ground.
I like that. I like Sonic having more moves. Mania did this well with the drop dash feature. I'm down with that. I like Sonic having a ground pound. I think that's kind of like overpowered. See, like if you're gonna add a mechanic like this, enemies need to have like some type of health bar or something, or they need to get hit multiple times.
Let's call this the body slam. Left or right and X gives Sonic a kind of air dash. While in
okay, we got that in no, did we have a Sonic game with air dash? I mean, I guess we could count homing attack.
His basic jump mode, he's vulnerable, and this adds a great tension into the gameplay by not making Sonic too powerful. The player is required to use fast finger work and quick thinking. I think the spirit of Sonic is that keep moving approach, and I believe this keeps to that, but just in a different way.
I mean, I do like that direction, but at the same time, I think it's too complex to, like, okay, I'll put it like this. It's too complex for kids to get the timing, so, okay, this is going to be for the 18 to 30 demographic. The problem is, if you're going to try to make too much of that going on, you have to keep unnecessarily tap the button to make this a button combination. I don't know, it feels too much. It feels too much.
Compared to the approach of your most recent games. Which brings me to what I believe is problem number 2. The way you're using Sonic's speed.
Well, I mean, that's a problem in general in all the Sonic games. They never really had Sonic speed right. I don't even know what Sonic speed is supposed to be. He's supposed to go fast, but if he goes too fast, you're missing out on all the beloved detail that they had into the levels. Sonic Unleashed had a great balance on level design and how beautiful they look. Same thing with Sonic Generations. But then they realized, like, yeah, what's the point of doing that if everybody's just gonna fly by the stage? And then they made something like Sonic Forces, where all the stages were, like, you know, very, very short.
Speed is the identity of the series, and it's moved around a lot, pun intended. The way speed was translated from 2D to 3D had completely changed the way players approached Sonic games.
Same thing like Mario switching from 2D to 3D.
Fanbase had to learn a different Sonic language, and in the mid-90s when we were being introduced to polygonal graphics, I think most of your fanbase were open to that. Personally, I think it's important to evolve, especially in the fast-growing world of game design, so I totally respect you for your courage to experiment with Sonic's design. However, without needing to elaborate on the subject that some of your experiments were horribly unpolished, you haven't arrived yet at a platform where Sonic's speed can thrive in a 3D environment. You've tried auto-runners, you've tried slowing him down, you've turned him into a hedgehog version of a werewolf.
See, and again, we're going through all the phases that Sonic went through. Which, again, I don't have a problem with that.
You've added a combat system and even taken that away, and you've tried making him even faster. After all these years and these different attempts, I believe we're left with something without an identity. What is a Sonic game?
That is the giant question that we all ask ourselves to this day. So, okay, I gave y'all my answer on what is a Sonic game. I mean, it varies on what, to me, it varies what era that you grew up with. I mean, as long as it keeps the personality of like Sonic and the spirit of Sonic and what is it supposed to do, I think that's pretty fair to say that it's a Sonic game. Whether if it's to 2D Sonic, 3D Sonic, or any type of experimental Sonic game, they all have one common thing. Like, what is the speed of Sonic, what Sonic is about.
I think it's time you realized that Sonic's speed thrived best in a 2D landscape. What helps me to make this point is Sonic Generations, released in 2011. Your highest ranking console game in 10 years, with 79%.
Great game. Very, very great game.
Not only did you give a small nod to your original fanbase in the nostalgia, you gave Sonic only 2 dimensions to play with.
Now, the problem is we live at an era where they're doing too much of the 2D style Sonic, and a lot of people do not like that. They miss the adventure gameplay. We had Sonic Colors, which I think was the first that started experimenting with 2D and 3D Sonic, unless if I'm wrong, and that was Sonic Unleashed. Then every Sonic game forward started focusing more on the 2D aspects of Sonic, where it's hit or miss to a lot of people. Even if they remove all of the 3D aspects. And then even to this day, we still got something like Sonic Superstars. I think that's what it's called. Very great game, but it doesn't live up to the hype as Mania. And saying the only way to solve this solution is to make Sonic only 2D. It's only limited Sonic. Like, again, you look at Mario, he's succeeding in 3D. He's also succeeding in 2D. So removing Sonic from the 3D game will really like hinder him in the long run.
50% of the game at least. So I believe that
Sonic game is like an umbrella term. Yeah, I agree with that.
the best way to use Sonic's speed isn't necessarily in a fast manner, but more so in a momentum-based system where the player determines how fast.
Do you know the US Solar Company?
Oh god damn it, we just went through a Twitch ad just to go to a YouTube ad. What a transition.
His nasty little secret? Well, it turns out if you live in New Jersey, they have to give you solar panels for absolutely no net cost. All you have to do is ask.
Hold on, I'm interested. Nah, I got solar panels in my house too, so.
Or slow, they wish to proceed. Now let's talk about rings, a Sonic staple. Collecting 100 rings gives you a life and acts as a sort of shield when you take damage. I think I'd go so far to say the concept of limited lives is, ironically, dead. This is a very broad statement.
Yeah, that's fair. If you want a Sonic game, the only thing is having lives adds to the challenge. That means you don't want to make a mistake if you're like if you're limiting yourself to like 3 lives. That's what the point of lives are for. If you die, if you lose, you got to start all the way back from the beginning. And in old Sonic games, that's game over. Like you got to start from level 1. So lives adds stakes to the game. But like if you want to remove it, I have no problem with that. That's what checkpoints are for. To make up for that, you got to make the segment like longer than what it is. Instead of like, oh, I got a checkpoint, I'm going to be safe from here. I could do any mistake and I'm just going to die. Trial error. And then just make it to the next checkpoint. There you go. Now you want to make sure those checkpoints have stakes and a reason why you want to like you don't want to mess up to go all the way back to that said checkpoint.
But excluding Mario, most of the best modern platformers have taken the concept of lives out of the picture. I suggest we do this.
Yeah, my boy Orty. God damn, very, very hard game.
Same.
Damn, so he's just throwing that back at me. Okay, you're using the Orty argument. All right. What do you want to go for?
We want the player to proceed in your game. This does make rings a bit useless, but here I want to present a totally new concept to the core gameplay in Sonic.
The backpack. So, Sonic with an inventory? I mean, hey, you can store rings from there. Like, okay, so what is this Dora the Explorer backpack going to do?
Referencing again the survey held by Bond University, the most popular gaming genre across all ages is surprisingly puzzle games, with first-person shooters and action games close.
See, Dev was onto something when he started doing his puzzle piece streams. I mean, they're fun to look at.
Behind.
Okay, so but how are you going to make Sonic into a puzzle game?
Platformers being the least popular. I think you know this, which is why you've tried to blend genres by bringing in slower puzzle-based sections in your latest game. I say puzzle here very hesitantly. The definition of a puzzle is a problem designed to test ingenuity or knowledge. Like a jigsaw, we have all the pieces, but it's the question of how those pieces fit together that generates the problem, And there's a great feeling that comes when the solution finally clicks in the mind of the player. This is compelling gameplay. In Sonic Boom, however, our ingenuity and knowledge aren't being tested. Without spending too long on this, pushing buttons in a linear progression to proceed is not considered a puzzle, or even interesting gameplay.
Okay, I agree with that.
The button is there, and we press it. There's no need for this to exist, and it comes across as a cheap way to create an ebb and flow in momentum.
I mean, at least we had the whiffs in Sonic Colors and later Sonic games. The problem is they're just conveniently there to like get by the obstacles. You're not really like pushing yourself. You're pushing your knowledge on like, what should I do with this whiffs or something like that. Like that, I kind of agree with this point.
So here I have an idea, which I believe solves our ring problem and our puzzle problem at the same time. Remember those amazing power-ups you had in your highest ranking game, Sonic 3 and Knuckles? I want to bring them back, but also connect the collection of rings with them in a currency sort of fashion. If you press the Y button, Sonic opens his backpack and you see the 4 power-up boxes.
Sonic Generations did something similar to this, which I actually love. That's one of my favorite features in the Sonic Generations. You go to the store and you pick your power-ups and all that. You can even give a classic Sonic a homing attack, which feels kind of busted, like if you like to be real.
50 rings essentially buys you one of these power-ups and you bring it out into the world. Invincibility, fire, lightning, and the water shield.
Notice that he haven't mentioned that Sonic would have an HP bar. Like, okay, we solved the problem of rings, right? But how do we have like Sonic like have stakes of dying? Like, what happens when he gets hit? Does he like fall back? Does he like die instantly? Is he one tap? Like, how do we like go around this issue?
Not only
and the checkpoint system. But maybe I'm getting too ahead of myself. Let's keep going.
Do they give their respective protection, but we can bring in creative ways to use them in simple puzzle scenarios. And the important thing here is, we have all the jigsaw pieces. You could find a secret area with a road of spikes.
To be real, I'd rather have it as instead of just having all the jigsaw pieces all at once, we need to unlock them as we go by. And not like, oh, you're advancing the story, you could like, there you go, you unlocked it from that. No, I want it to be like how, what's that one Mega Man game? It's one of the Mega Man X games that if you just look around hard enough, you will find like a secret. And one of my favorite secrets will always be Mega Man having a Soryuken and in the following game, a Hadoken, which is one of the 2 most busted moves in the entire games, and in the entire franchise of the Mega Man X. It was so fun using it. But I like that little aspect that you just go around. You have to find the secret as you go by through the stage. I like that concept better than just going to point A, point B, you unlock it. Or better just having everything at your disposal. You gotta make players work for it.
The only way over them is you bring out an invincibility box, and this leads to a hidden collectible. You could have puzzles where you need to keep a button pressed down to...
Yeah, but again, I would like that extra complexity. How do I unlock the invincibility? What's up, girl?
It's snowing.
It's snowing?
Yeah.
How hard is snowing?
I mean, the street's covered.
Oh man, I got bust out the shovel, don't I?
That is covered right now. The lawn is not even covered.
It's not like I have to bust out the shovel, right?
Maybe, I don't know.
I probably will later. Probably like an hour or 2, depending how hard it snows. Like.
I mean, based off the weather app right now, it says it's gonna be snowing till like 1.
Oh, that's gonna be a while then.
It's also gonna be snowing on my birthday, apparently.
Yay, happy snowy birthday. I'm gonna hit you with a snowball. 12 snowballs.
No! We don't need that!
One more for good measure.
No! No snowballs. I don't like snow. It's cold.
I know, it's cold.
Get me out of here. It's too cold in this hallway.
Alright, let me finish reacting to this, because it's already 7.
You hold the door open. Enemies could even use them. You could finish a boss by forcing him to open a lightning box, but the shield brings out a bunch of spikes that destroys the ship. This completely expands options for level design, the way Sonic interacts with his environment, and also adds huge replayable value, while at the same time, giving the collection and protection of rings some weight.
I don't know, I could kind of see like where he's going with that, but he's not addressing like 2 things. For me, again, I already talked about the complexity. I will... Like, where he tried to explain the complexity in the gameplay of jumping, where I didn't like that. This is a point that I felt like could have used even more complexity, making the game engaging and have replay value.
Sega, this is just one
And he haven't, like, again, I'll talk about the HP system.
creative solution, but the bottom line is this: respect the intellect of the player. Do we want to push buttons placed in front of us just to kill time? I don't think so.
But that's the point of Sonic. Sonic is a time trial game.
Now let's talk briefly on this last subject, the story. With no...
Alright, here we go. This is what I want to know about. The plot. Every time when I talk and complain about Sonic, it's always about the plot. Okay, so you got one shot to draw me in. So I'm gonna do a recap. He talked about the redesign of Sonic. I didn't click with that. I didn't vibe with that at all. Like a whole F. His presentation on how the gameplay design would be, I would give it a solid C. It's not great enough to be like, this is passable for Sonic, but it's not bad enough to be like, this isn't Sonic at all. Like, I feel like it's something Sega would experiment over down the line. It wouldn't be like they're going too far from the Sonic territory of their gameplay. I just think that it's unnecessary in some places, and some places needed to be unnecessary, if that makes sense. Like, the parts that he tried to nail down, like, this needed to be changed, didn't felt right. But the parts that he presented in a unique way, I'm just like, oh, I'm for this. This could use a little more.
Voice acting to guide us. Story will be told through animation and suggestion, which is fine, because we don't need everything over-explained for us, and we
kind of had that with Sonic 3 and Sonic Mania, so...
We need a complex storyline to keep us compelled. The maturity is all in the gameplay. But that said,
Odi does this fantastically well too.
We need a reason to press the forward button. So let's look at the opening cutscene for your most successful game, Sonic 3.
Wait, Sonic 3? What? Can I go back to the analytics section for a second? What's the timestamp? About to be 13 minutes? Okay. What was the highest rated game at the time in sales? Sonic 2 at 6 million, while Sonic 3 had 1.7. What was that statement that you said again?
Forward button. So let's look at the opening cutscene for your most successful game, Sonic 3.
I think you got it wrong, buddy. Maybe the most successful game at its time, but we really should like look back at Sonic. I try to see I try to see what he was saying here, but I think he kind of like tripped himself up a little bit. See, he's gonna explain it, but already from there, you kind of already got the gist of what's going on. Sonic, after Sonic 2, just turns into Super Sonic, goes to Angel Island with Tails, and all of a sudden, Knuckles was somehow strong enough to knock the Chaos Emeralds out of his ass, which I guess kind of suits it, because you like later learned that he's the protector of the Master Emerald, so the Chaos Emeralds are related to this, so I don't know how the hell, I still don't know how the fuck he punched the Chaos Emeralds out of Sonic, so, okay, and you already see from like personality from the start. Let's go to Knuckles. He's laughing, he's making fun of him, he's chuckling. Unlike Sonic, well, that actually Sonic is like Knuckles, like you're not beating the allegations. You said in your Sonic Adventure theme song that unlike Sonic, you don't chuckle, but look at that, I'm seeing you chuckling away here. But like anyway, these sprites alone are already telling like a story. They're telling like a narrative on why Sonic has to go to Angel Island and get the Chaos Emeralds back. He got beef with Knuckles. Like, okay, this starts off like he already got beef with Knuckles over here.
Okay, that was over in about 20 seconds. In this cutscene, we meet all the important characters, we establish who our enemy is, and we are given a motive for progressing through the game. And this is all that's needed. Sega, keep the story simple and give the player a simple motive.
So I wonder how he'd feel about Sonic Superstars right now.
Okay, with that said, let's look at a brief overview of the new design. We've established that your target audience is now adults and no longer children. We bring Sonic back into 2 dimensions. We remove...
Correction.
With that said, let's look at a brief overview of the new design.
Oh, what? Okay, so you're talking about his new design. I thought we were just talking about Sonic overall. Okay, I apologize. Go on.
We've established that your target audience is now adults and no longer children. We bring Sonic back into 2 dimensions. We remove all voice acting, and we shift Sonic's appearance to feel more vulnerable.
Which, to be fair, Sega already did most of that, like, when they start bringing back the 2D Sonic games. like now kids and adults be playing the newer 2D Sonic games. And some of them are providing a good enough challenge. It's not like Super Mario Wonder, where it's all like in your face, popsy, glowy, and all that stuff. But Sonic Superstar is just as well. It just did all right. And there is stages that I heard like from Kata. The last stages, the final stages are a hell zone to get through. Let's see, 2 dimensions. We already established that Sega is going back to 2 dimensions, so that holds up pretty well. Remove all voice acting. They still don't add voice acting in the 2D Sonic, so that holds up all well. And a vulnerable design, which doesn't hold up well. Because it's just basically just make Sonic a whole different character. Like make Sonic like an anti-Sonic, or like, you know, strip the personality for Sonic in return of a new different-ish personality. Like, I don't know, like in a more opposite personality is what I'm trying to say.
A new moveset is introduced, which adds great momentum based.
See, I like that the moveset part. Just remove the part that you say that that you gotta press the button again for an extra to do the spin dash in the air or something.
Gameplay. And we've introduced a new game mechanic through the backpack and power-ups, which opens up huge gameplay possibilities and replay value.
I'm not gonna re-explain how I thought about that. It's one of the, again, it's unnecessary, the points that he made out, and necessary when he needed to bring up the complex part.
Sega, this all comes from a place of love for Sonic. The very first game I owned was Sonic 1 on the Master System, and I fell in love with gaming instantly.
So did he play Sonic 2, 3, 4, 5? Did he play the other Sonic games?
Your mascot made me love games and art, and it's been hard to see your franchise get crushed into the dirt. Even if you don't take any of this on board, I hope you are very intelligent with how you approach your next Sonic game. Thank you for taking the time to watch this. Love, Javid.
So, what do I think of this video overall? I don't think it's a bad video. It didn't get me angry. It made me got into a rare mood that I critique hard on certain aspects on what A should be or what B should be. That's about it. It didn't get me angry. It didn't get me like hating, oh, F this guy. How dare he redesign Sonic like this? How dare he strip Sonic of everything away after we, again, went through so many different Sonic games that experimented with the Sonic formula. Like in that case, I would have been like, how dare Sonic unleash revamp Sonic to the compared to the boost formula, which they're already arguing like dude, hold A to win that whole meme for the boost formula. And I think the boost formula is a very fun gameplay. Again, I really love Sonic Generations. Like I talked about this point like so many times. Do I need to repeat myself? Like, it's not a bad video. But I think it's a video that I heavily disagree on. It's not the worst Sonic video of all time. I'm pretty sure there's more out there with that, but it's one that I highly disagree with. And is it worth like saying that this guy deserved the harassment he got at that time? Of course not. Is it? But to give it the title, the worst Sonic video of all time? No, I don't think so. He just gave his a respectable opinion of what Sonic games should be. We don't vibe with it. That's it. It should have been like moved on. But damn, let's see how the let's see how the comment section are reacting to this. So also Shrimpy the FNAF Queen says animation quality is like 7 out of 10. Nightmares 10 out of 10. What? You don't like the design for Sonic? Like, I mean, like, where's that one? What was that one thing? The introduction. You saying you don't like how this guy looks as Sonic? This is our Sonic.
Are the problems we're fixing.
That's our Sonic right there we're looking at.
Sonic.
Why did he put the sound effect for that though? It's so stupid. That is actually like memeable. Like if you want to put like, oh, you want to do the worst Sonic video of all time? Look no more further than.
Let's bring in Sonic.
It's too easy to meme about it. Don't stare at me with them big beady eyes. Yeah, that's another thing too. Like if they would have changed like the eye design, I would have been okay with that. Too beady. Like I already spoke how I felt about the design. All right, what are the comments saying? Because I'm very curious about this. Guys, stop disliking the video. He's not the dude that made it. He's just uploading it. I'm gonna dislike it anyway. I disliked it since you told me not to. Oh god. I still can't believe he made such an iconic character look like some generic 2017 platformer protagonist. I mean, I'm still not mad about it. The thing is, if he wanted to make a the thing was, my thing was, he was like, all right, Sega, let's make a character design that appealed to 18 to 30-year-olds. And the design that he came up with was like super childish. That looked like it could appeal for all ages, which isn't a bad thing. But it's like, I don't think people are going to look at that and say like, yeah, this is me for an adult. Where Ori already nailed that design, even like 10 times better, and be like, yeah, this game is even more challenging, and this character is cute. This is awesome. It just reminds me too much of that one son. I know exactly what you're talking about. You're talking about my boy. You're talking about my boy. You're talking about the GOAT right here. Come on, I want to see the original Sonic movie with this with this ugly Sonic. Like, Chip and Dale, like a lot of people had criticism of the Chip and Dale movie, or like so-called reboot movie. I fucked with it because they gave me the GOAT. They brought back that movie was so genius. I kind of loved it. Yeah, look at my boy, right? Look at the GOAT. He had a happy ending in the end. I remember watching this. Bro was the embodiment of never let bro cook again. Yeah. I could agree. No. He kind of right. Gameplay wise, I feel like it could have been done better. Design wise, yeah. They overcooked on Sonic. Not overcooked on Sonic. They just, because that would have been more the edgier side. They pre-cooked Sonic. Like they would have like all the ingredients to make a pizza except for the dough. You mean a Unity tutorial character from 2013? Oh, I hit this one by accident. What was the one comment from here? For real. In fact, he doesn't have much expression at all. Yes, people love that. Characters that have no emotion. But that's another thing. Hollow Knight and Ori shows that it can work. But if you put that into a character that already had personality, it just doesn't work. It don't feel the same. Yeah, they might just like chicken nuggets, they microwave Sonic when you're supposed to put them in the oven. The redesign highlights the issue with recoloring the arms. I don't really care about that though. The reason that blue arms work on Boom and Movie Sonic is because they're 3D. Sonic arms were peach because they originally, if they were blue in the sprite, you will never be able to tell where his body ends and where his body begins. That is true. Again, I confused his arms as like little wings until he like jumped. I didn't realize he was looking at the backpack. Let's see. Looking at this redesign, I could barely tell that the arms were holding on to the backpacks. Right? They look like blue overalls, so that should tell you that there's a problem. Let's put a backpack in to symbolize adventure. The version video deleter versus the chat archiver. You need to stop aiming for children as your target demographic and start aiming at fans to accomplish the goals. Let's remove literally everything that fans like about the character. Which, I mean, I did make that critique in that video. But if he was gonna reinvent Sonic, it might as well put like a personality that people will love. I don't think people are gonna be from a too cool for school Sonic to a timid, cautious, shy Sonic. Again, that art style, that gameplay presentation could work for Tails. Because Tails is more adorable, where Sonic is more like cool. Yeah, but the series literally aimed at kids. Exactly, preterms 2. What else? I'll read like 3 more, and then we could move on. Why the hell would a character with spikes on his back ever consider wearing a backpack? Well, those quills could be like, I don't know, Sonic logic. I drew Sonic with pants. Like, I got no argument for this. Honestly, this guy's idea on fixing Sonic was to strip everything that made him Sonic good in the first place. Sonic Mania has proven this ideology to be 100% false, and let's face it, outright arrogant. I mean, I do kind of... Was it arrogant? I think he was too overly ambitious. Like, because he says, like, he just played Sonic 1, and he endorsed Sonic 1. He played Sonic 1. So my question was, did he play Sonic 2? Did he play Sonic 3? Did he play the later Sonic games after that? Like, he did look in depth of Sonic 3. Like, did he not play any of those other games and got an idea what Sonic should be? Rather than other platformers that he played and what he thought Sonic should be? See, yeah, there you go. Tails will look cute in that art. So it would work completely well for him. Like, I bet I could draw that and make Tail work. Like, I don't know how I will make it work, but I promise you, in one art stream, like the next time we'll probably get on here, I'll probably like replicate the style for Tails and see how that could work. Like, see how that would look like. And then we look back at Sonic, and then we look back at Tails, and then we see which character is suited for that. I'm a game designer. Give zero design on solutions and any ideas. My biggest problem was just the HP thing. He removed rings and made it into a store system. Okay, so how do Sonic die or get hurt? You just removed like this bigger aspect that he just lose rings as he get hit. Mostly all his rings, so he could basically be one tap. But if he gets like a singular ring, he's fine. Sonic games try to fix that by saying like, yo, when you get hit, you lose certain rings at a time, but once you go to 0, that's it. I don't know. Let's completely redesign a character whose fan base goes apeshit if you give him the wrong color of arms. I mean, he's not wrong. And finally, let's go with something good. That whole bit about the wrong demographic really told me about these videos. A series like Sonic is supposed to be aimed at all ages, from kids to adults. Thank you. Sonic whole shtick is his cocky attitude. Too cool for school. Gotta go fast. He's literally taps his foot. I mean, this is not what all Sonic is too. If we want to go in depth of the complexity of Sonic's character, he's not just too cool for school, gotta go fast. He got his impatient side, but he also has his more heroic, or he's lighthearted, his kind, generous side too as well. Like, there's nicer aspects from Sonic. He's not too much of that. There's a reason why Sonic and Shadow work so well together as opposites, is what I'm going to say. Let me see. Him being vulnerable or cautious just makes him, well, not Sonic. It's Tails. Tails or Cream the Rabbit at best. And that's it, yeah. My overall take on this video is not a bad video, but it strays away too far on what Sonic should be. Gameplay-wise is a nice idea and something I could see Sega experimenting with. I would love to see more mechanics introduced to the 2D side of things, but it needs more complexities on where it needs it and less on where he tried to apply it. And okay, that was that video. I'm glad I actually got to react to this because I think I should be wrapping up soon. Should I work on one more picture before I get off? Like, at least get like halfway done. And then after that, we could like bounce, we could like roll or something like that. We just get out of here. Yeah, I think I at least want to get some progress done for the next art stream. And then, oh god, the Saiyan Curse is gonna be fun. The Saiyan Curse is gonna be, cause like this, we looked at a video that's like stripping away Sonic from everything, right? We're gonna look at a theory next time on why the Saiyans always fuck up at the most crucial moments, and applies that there's a hex on them, rather than just like, oh, they're just genetics or something like that. No, it's more than that. It's, if you're born a Saiyan, you're cursed. You will never get a W in your life. Like, oh man. But all right, let's get back to drawing. We did this panel right here. We're gonna work on the next one. Let's put this song right here. I'm gonna save this just in case. And just for funsies, I'm gonna export it. Because I like to see my progress. I'm gonna head out now. You have a nice day. Hey, thank you for hanging out on this stream, Shrimpy the FNAF Queen. You go enjoy yourself. Thank you for chilling in this art stream and somewhat reaction stream. And you go have yourself a fantabulous day. You go enjoy yourself. I'm gonna enjoy mine. Oh, this panel is gonna be I could knock this out fast. Okay, so this ain't gonna be as hard as I thought. So again, I'm gonna stay silent from here. I'm gonna revamp everything. And if you guys got something y'all want to talk about, feel free to let me know. If not, I'm just gonna stay quiet and I am going to draw. Alright. Let's do it. Yeah, I could probably bang this out in like maybe 30 minutes or less, like a pizza. That's why it looked weird to me. I was like zooming in and all that stuff, and I zoomed out to like regular levels, and I was like, yo, why did this outline look so weird? Why am I not satisfied by it? I looked closely and it said it was like 108 zoom in. So I'm like, oh, let me put this back to 100, and now it looks more clear to me. See, this is why I'm so picky when it comes to like zooming in. Now you guys know what I'm talking about. You guys seen that like live on why I just felt so uncomfortable about it. Now it looks a lot more solid, and I can like actually correct some stuff if I want to. All right, I think that's how far I'm gonna be able to get to today in the drawing all this. I'm actually glad how all this came out so far. For like drawing the first half of panel 2. I got like Burrito done. I got like C3 done. So next time we're gonna be able to draw like M4. Probably a lot smaller than what she already is. Like, there you go. I got the proper size for her. Do the background. I'm gonna do this like offline, and then we'll get to the more intense panels probably next time as well. Whew, okay. Or you know what? Maybe I could go for like a little bit more. I could probably like draw maybe M4 a bit. Let's merge these panels. No, let's merge these layers first. Lower this down a tiny bit. Yeah, how long have we been live for? 2 hours and 44 minutes. That's good for me. That's a good time for me to wrap up as well. Probably might make me something to eat. Probably play some Marvel Rivals. And probably, no, just continue on some more art stuff. Till next stream. I'm just glad I'm getting more motivated on working on these, so. The only problem is how I'm gonna make M4 pose work on this one. I got lucky in the first panel, but how I'm gonna do it on this one? I guess that's a question that we'll find out next time on Dragon Ball Z. So, why don't we just wrap this up here so I don't drag this out any longer. I'll say my goodbyes, and then after that, I'm gonna give me something to eat. Let's do it then. So shout out to everybody who came through in this chill stream today. It was a lot of fun. We managed to get a panel done and a half. Like I'm glad I'm able to sneak that extra panel in there. Extra half a panel in there. Then we reacted to this big Sonic video. I am learning now that 4 a.m. might be the time if I wake up around these hours. 4 a.m. might be the time for me to go live so I can see what you guys are up to. And then we get our 2 or 3 hours banged out, and then after that we just roll from there. Shout out to Trippy the FNAF Queen and Dusty for hanging around. You guys been great to like chat to during the day. Or during the night. I mean, well, I guess daytime. It's morning now. It's daytime now. So I guess that brings us to what are we gonna do for the rest of the week. The usual. I'm gonna try to see if we can do Pokemon Night. We could do probably some Marvel Rivals, maybe. More art streams. Like, I've been high gear now on the art stuff, so that'd be great. Me and Stripper, I'm going to see if we can plan another stream somewhere down the week as well, since we only did a short stream last time at the Wolfpack. But it'll be nice to have another 2-hour jam of a stream. We'll see what we will do. Probably more tabs. Probably another game that we probably want to play. We'll see what we're going to do from there. And I guess I'm trying to think of anything special that I want to do during the week. I don't think there's anything I had in mind other than like a full-blown like nothing but a reaction stream, but we'll save that for like a special day like Friday or something, or somewhere around the weekend, just to make it more like something fun for us to get through, react to, and have a blast with. And with that, I think I'm about to get up out of here. I sat in this chair for too long. I can't feel my goddamn butt cheeks. And with that, stay beautiful, stay sexy. We'll catch y'all guys in the next stream. See you later.